this tutorial, we will write a Python program to find the sum of natural numbers. So let's take a number. Up to that number, we will find the sum of natural numbers. So we will take a number from user, will be the input. So let's enter number. User will enter the number, and there are so many ways to find the sum of natural numbers. Uh, let's do one while using for loop. So for I in range of up to 0 to number plus 1, because if number is, let's say, 10, then range of 10, this will be from 1 to 9. So if you want up to that number, then we will just add 1. So number up to number, and we have a variable named sum equals to 0, and in this we will add sum equals to sum plus I. So this will be our sum, the sum of natural numbers up to this is this dot format, and up to num, and the sum is sum. So if I want to sum up to 10, then this is 55, and if I want to sum up to 100, this is 50-50. Now there are some other ways. You can also use for loop as well. In for loop, you will need to keep a count. Instead of any initializing count variable, we can make use of this num variable itself. So for example, we have num, we can run over while our num is greater than 0, and sum equals to sum plus num, and here num equals to num minus 1. So what we are doing is, if the number is 10, then we will sum 10, then we will minus 1 9 sum, then minus 1 8 sum, minus 1 7 sum, and up to 1. And when our num will be 0, then 0 is not greater than 0, then our loop will break. So this is also one way of writing that are. Let me just copy it. There is even simpler way, which I will just write over here. Now, if you have num, you can use list comprehension for it. List comprehension, you run the loop in a list. So for example, I say for I in range of num plus 1, and over here I just print I, and this will be my list, and you use the sum function for it. So this will print your sum, so you can just print it. So this is the sum, and in printing you can make this same format. I'm sorry, you can use the same format over here. So instead of print over here, I'll just use this entire comprehension over here. So yeah, 2 lines of code. Like if you put 100, you have sum of 100. 50, you have up to 50. So how actually the code is this? The main code is this. So let me open it up for you. So what we are actually doing is, we are looping it over the range of num plus 1. So we say for I in range of num plus 1, which is pretty much understandable. Let's say for loop, it will iterate from 0 up to number plus 1 up to number, and we are just storing that variable in a list. So for example, let's say num equals to 10, then this will give us a list of 0 to 10, right? And finally, what we are doing is, we are enclosing into the brackets, and we are just summing it. And we sum it, just sum all the numbers that are there in the list. That's it. That's the logic, and simpler one. So that's it. I hope it helps. See you in next tutorial.